If you love bourbon, you're going to love this strong, bitter and sweet cocktail. It's the Boulevardier. Hi everybody, especially you bourbon lovers. So one of my favorite cocktails is the Negroni, and there's an amazing twist on the Negroni called the Boulevardier, which substitutes gin with bourbon. And I'm going to make it for you because it's super simple to make. It's only 3 ingredients. So this is a stirred down drink, and the first thing that it calls for is 30 mils of bourbon. Now, I find that in a Boulevardier, if you use a bourbon that isn't sort of higher proof, it doesn't tend to come through. It gets a little bit lost behind the Campari and the Sweet Vermouth. So I'm going to use the 1776 bourbon, which is 50% ABV or 100 proof for my lovely American viewers. And it's 1 ounce. I love when I'm spending the whole day making videos and trying them all and mainly pouring some of them out, that I'm going to make one that I'm going to drink the whole thing. So I'd hate to think how the rest of the videos are going to come out. Next up is going to be 30 mils or 1 ounce of Campari for that bitter element to this drink. Last but not least, we're going to use some Sweet Vermouth. This is a Rosso or a Sweet Vermouth from Adelaide Hills. It's got those native Australian botanicals in there in this fortified wine. I guess vermouth is the best way to describe it. Then going to add some ice to my mixing glass and give it a stir. Now, for those of you guys that can't be bothered going through all this, especially if you're going to drink a fair few of them, what I do for home is I will pour them all into a bottle and keep it in the fridge. However, the specs is if you're going to put it into a bottle in the fridge, what I suggest that you do is you add 10 mils of water for every cocktail. So just to allow for the dilution from stirring it down. Then by adding that 10 mils per cocktail, so you've got to do your maths, it's nice, it's chilled, it's diluted. You just pour it over some ice, straight out the fridge. Super easy, don't even have to measure it, just pour it right in there. You don't have to go through this whole part. So that's kind of the lazy, if you're having a party or you drink a lot of them. Although for customers, we always stir it down. Because what I'm doing is I am diluting and chilling it down as well. Yum. All right. This is served up over ice in a rocks glass. Now, what we like to do here at the 18th Amendment Bar is we directionally freeze, so all our ice for our Negronis, Boulevardiers and Scotches and so forth are hand-carved clear ice, and we use a stamp to stamp our logo on there as well. For a little bit of theatre, it just looks really nice. Good branding for when our customers take photos of their drinks. Going to drop it in there, and obviously you can't see it, but what our ice looks like is right here. How cool is that, right? Okay, then all I'm doing is I'm just going to strain it, single strain it over my ice. The reason that I'm using a large ice ball or ice rock is because when I have just normal ice in there, it tends to dilute really quickly. So by having one large piece of ice, it doesn't over dilute your drink. You can drink it at your own leisure. You don't have to drink it too quick. You can buy now molds on Amazon, eBay, everything like that to make them at home. Super simple. For my garnish, I like just a orange zest over the drink. Drop it in just to let those essential oils. You can do an orange wedge and squeeze it in. It all depends on how you like it. Give it a try. So much better with a higher proof bourbon. All right, I can't tell you enough to try it that way. Perfectly balanced. Look, it is a little bit bitter. For me, it doesn't taste bitter anymore because I drink so many of them. If you find that it's something that's a little bit too bitter for you, you can start with maybe half an ounce or 15 mils of Campari, but you'll find that that bitterness, you get used to it, and before you know it, you'll love everything bitter, just as I do. This was created in 1927 by Harry McElhone at Harry's New York Bar in Paris. And it was created by a fellow by the name of Erskine Gwynn, who was the editor for a monthly magazine called the Boulevardier, hence the name. It is so good for you Negroni. It is so good for you Negroni drinkers that want something a little bit different, and most importantly for you bourbon drinkers that, not that you get sick of drinking bourbon neat all the time, I never do, but if you want to have something a little bit different with your nice bourbons, definitely try Boulevardier. And before I end this video, I want to send a special shout out to one of my viewers who is like Mr. Number One, Tim Kirkland. I've watched a few of your videos. They are freaking hilarious, especially the prune juice one. You need to make more. Congratulations on getting on YouTube instead of just being a viewer. And cheers to you, man. Guys, if you like this video, please like, subscribe. See you again soon on Let's Talk Drinks.